Yeah, Purdue won the Big Ten West last season, and there are high expectations for this year, but that upset loss to Fresno State really caused some concerns as we have the kickoff.
Boilermakers with the football as Virginia Tech won the toss. They've opted to defer. And we're going to go see our first look at the Texas transfer, Hudson Carr, the redshirt junior. He's out of Austin, Texas, played high school at Lake Travis there in Austin. Made his debut for Purdue last week against Fresno State, and what a debut it was. He went 17 for 30, 254. Also threw for 2 TDs for the Boilermakers. Devin Mockobee, Tyron Tracy Jr. in the backfield alongside Carr. Carr's going to throw and swings it out to Tracy, and it's incomplete.
Because life comes at you fast. A year ago this time, Hudson Card was quarterbacking Texas against Alabama in that big game last year. Rest assured that after this game, he'll watch his old teammates tonight take on Alabama.
He had him on the ropes, too. Purdue will go 5 wide. Card again, this time to the tight end. And he's close to a first down. Garrett Miller makes the catch. He's a couple of yards shy of a first down for Purdue.
Card spent 3 years in Texas. Never could win the job there. Casey Thompson was around. And then Quint Ewers transferred in. Then Archie Manning, big recruit, #1 in the country, comes in. And at that point, it became clear that Card needed to move on. And he's restarting his career with Purdue.
Had 5 career starts. Here's we've got an injured Hokie on the field. That's Keontae Jenkins. He's the senior out of Jacksonville.
He plays that star position, 6'3", 215, that hybrid spot where sometimes rushes, sometimes plays coverage.
So Purdue will be looking at 3rd down and 2.
You say 3rd down?
That was an issue for the Boilermakers.
Not good. That was not good for them last week.
2 of 11 on 3rd down against Fresno State last week.
They could not find a way to stay on the field.
Mockobee alongside Card. Over the middle, and that's complete to TJ Sheffield. It's a first down and plenty more. They'll move the sticks.
Yeah, this offense is a modified air raid system that Mike Leach created, the late, great Mike Leach. It's just one of those little drags across the middle, a little inside route to pick up the first down. The passing attack is air raid based, but there's so much run game in it that it's not a true air raid.
Maccabee's first carry. He bullies his way to the 45-yard line.
Graham Harrell is the offensive coordinator, grew up in the air raid, plays for Mike Leach. Said he lost his air raid card when he started running the ball a bit much, but he's determined to get that card back. He wants to air it out a bit more.
And the guy you need to keep your eye on is Deion Burks. Burks is at the top of your screen. Card looking, and he's looking for Burks. Burks has got speed, throws it incomplete. Jalen Jones was back there, and so was Dorian Strong, one of the best cover corners for the Hokies.
Yeah, he missed a wide open receiver, though. You know, when you face the air raid, you have to take away the middle of the field and the corner. Now, they really take away the middle of the field, but there is a corner route wide open that is completely missed. Watch, look to the left of your screen. Look at the wide open throw there. Should have been a throw there, wide open.
3rd down for the Boilermakers. Sheffield in motion. Carr looks left, under pressure. Throws, complete to Sheffield. He's got a first down and slips.
What a play. Card is
9-yard pickup.
Yeah, Card is really good on the move. He's not afraid to throw on the run. He's also not afraid to run the ball.
Purdue now in the Hokie territory. To the outside, he's got a wide open Max Clare. And the tight end is inside the red zone at the 19. Mansour Delane makes the stop for Virginia Tech.
Moving fast, spreading the ball around. This is a better pace for Purdue. You know, because they only ran 65 plays last week. Their normal is around 75. Take a look at this play. You'll see just an out and up at the bottom by the tight end because the defender on that side chose the underneath receiver. Never choose the underneath receiver.
27-yard pickup. Draw, Mockobee. And he's brought down at the 15.
We'll go back to plays because, you know, Graham Harrell likes to get 75, 80 plays. Last week ran 66. So he's determined this week to pick up the pace. We know that the new clock rule has shaved about 6 plays off per game across the country.
Here's Mockobee again, left side, breaks the tackle. Mockobee inside the 5, touchdown, Purdue.
There's an answer for you.
Opening drive score by the Purdue Boilermakers as Devin Mockobee goes 15 yards to the house.
Yeah, just an outside zone. He makes a perfect read, and the mark of a good back, make that guy miss. He made 2 miss. A young man who's really come on. Didn't get enough touches in the first half of the game last week. They were determined to get him involved early, and he's responded.
Yeah, how about Mockobee? Put on scholarship, too, by Coach Walters on his first day as head coach. Extra point is good, and it is the Boilermakers up 7-0 as they go down and score on their first opening drive. 7-0 our score as Purdue takes the opening kick and goes 9 plays, 75 yards. They did it in 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Devin Mockobee with the score. Mockobee with his 11th career rushing touchdown. And Purdue, who was just 2 of 11 on third down last week, 2 for 2 on third downs on that drive, Rob.
Kind of stunned this crowd, you know. They had entered the Sandman. They were all excited on their feet. And now they're all sitting down.
In the rain.
Yeah.
Rain continues to fall here in Blacksburg. Julio Macias, coming back from a groin injury, will kick things away. Bajal Tootin and Malachi Thomas back deep for the Hokies. So here comes Grant Wells. He's the transfer out of Marshall, the quarterback and redshirt senior. And last week, 17 of 25, threw for 252. Also accounted for 4 touchdowns, 3 of them through the air. He also did 1 with his feet. Comes into this game making 35 consecutive starts at quarterback, 12 of those here at Virginia Tech.
Played a lot of football. He's going to have to be patient and make sure he sees what's happening defensively.
First pass, a slant, incomplete. Looking for Jalen Lane, but there's a flag. And I think they're going to get Cam Allen.
Pass interference. Defense. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
ACC officials, Riley Johnson is our referee for the day.
Yeah, Grant Wells knows that he is the man on the spot. He is facing a defense that lives by a code. The man's got to have a code, right? The defense has a code that the quarterback must be hit and hit often. They're coming after him in a lot of different ways.
Wells again through the air, again to Jalen Lane. Lane is across midfield in Purdue territory. Allen makes the stop. We will be saying Jay Lane a lot today as he picks up 21.
Yeah, this is an NFL-style defense that Ryan Walters has implemented here. Not a lot of teams play it. There's a player down.
Oh, nothing our score. Purdue on top of Virginia Tech. Ali Jennings got helped off the field. This is a big blow for that offense. The senior, the transfer out of Old Dominion, had a couple touchdown catches last week against his old program and got rolled up on here. Back to action, and that's Bayshore Tootin with the carry. Octavius Brothers, they call him OC.
Yeah, because this defense is unique. 5-man front by and large, 1 linebacker in the middle, and a nickel back. They dare you to run inside. They eat up the A gap, B gap, and their free safety plays 20 to 25 yards deep to take away the middle.
Loss of 3. Wells in that play as the flags come flying in.
Snap infraction by the center. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Keep it more. That's on Caden Moore. He's the redshirt junior out of Pennsylvania. Now, he's made 25 consecutive starts, but this is the first season where he's a center. He had to move from right guard to center.
Yeah, and this defense, Ryan Walters, believes in man-to-man coverage 66% of the time last week, and that's low for him. So you know you're going to get a lot of man coverage. You've got a safety deep in the middle. He really can't help you on slant routes, and Fresno State did a lot of that, and there was some of that to start this game.
They'll keep it on the ground, and that's Tootin trying to string it out to the left. Malachi Langham with the stop. The rain continues to fall here in Blacksburg, and now coming down a little bit harder.
Yeah, and trying to run inside against this front is crazy. I mean, that front, the 3 defensive linemen with their hand on the ground, all of them are 300 pounds. They cover up inside. Oh, yeah.
The strength of this Boilermaker D. 3rd and 18 for Virginia Tech. They were 50% last week, 8 of 16. Here's Wells, steps up in the pocket and overshoots everyone.
Yeah, he misread that too. Nice disguise on the back end by Purdue. They showed a 2-deep coverage and then tweaked it to a 3-deep. Wells thought that there was a wide open receiver to the left side, but there was a man coming over. Watch the disguise. You see the nickel back drop into that area? That would have been a pick had that ball been thrown. Right now, Purdue firing on all cylinders, offensively and defensively.
Peter Moore will have to punt things away for Virginia Tech. And back deep, Marquise Wilson at his own 15 for Purdue. It drops inside the 5. And they're going to down that at the 3. A 51-yard punt by the Hokies.
Hey, is it me or is that rain coming down a lot harder now?
It's coming down in buckets.
I mean, it looks
in Blacksburg.
Like sheets. Wow. You know, the thing with rain, you can throw the ball in the rain if you keep the ball dry. What it does to a defense, it hurts your pass rush. Harder for big guys to get around the edge, plant and go get the quarterback. And as a defensive back, you're a lot more careful. You cannot play on the edge of your feet. A little bit more flat-footed. So you can throw if you keep the ball dry.
Card standing in his own end zone from the gun. Hands it off, and this is Dylan Downing. Downing seeing his first action. He's a senior out of Carmel, Indiana. A 5-yard pickup for Purdue.
Purdue had trouble running last week. Trying to rectify that. More committed to it this week. I expect to see Hudson Card run more too.
Play fake, swing it out to Tracy. And he is tripped up at the 11.
Tell me, partner, how would you feel if you were Hudson Card? You grew up in Austin. Your dream school was Texas. You wanted to go to biz school there and then settle in Austin, and it didn't work out and you got to leave. How would you feel?
Yeah. I know he's motivated now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely motivated.
He's the man here. This is the first time that he's been given full reign of an offense.
He's looking at 3rd and 3. Low snap, but complete over the middle to Max Clare, his tight end. And Claire's got another first down. That's at the 19. It's an 8-yard pickup. They'll move the sticks.
This is air raid offense. Find open grass. Settle down. Don't run into coverage. Simple by Claire. Find the open grass. Stop. Show yourself to the quarterback. Nothing fancy.
$7:40 left here in the first quarter. Card. Caught. Abdur-Rahman Yassin. He's a redshirt junior out of Michigan. Let's go down to the field and say hello to the hometown girl, Lauren Sister.
What is up, my friends? You know, I wasn't expecting all this rain out here, but hey, we're playing some football. And talking about Hudson Card, he's really starting to settle into his role as QB1 at Purdue. There's a lot of confidence around his abilities as a quarterback and how he fits into this system. OC Graham Harrell thinks the ceiling is extremely high for this guy after a tough week 1 loss. He's been in his ear all week, harping on him to play loose, play free, reminding him he is the best player on the field if he allows himself to be so.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's also a great athlete. Listen, we know he can throw the football, but they've talked about his running ability too. Keep in mind, he was a wide receiver in high school there. We know how good his high school was. And Purdue's known to pull up these quarterbacks out of Austin. Drew Brees comes to mind.
Yeah, great quarterback lineage at Purdue.
Carr swings it out to Tracy. Tracy down the sideline. He's got another first down, and they move the sticks. How about Purdue? Offensively, as you said, just methodical.
Yeah, I'm watching Virginia Tech defensively, and they're discombobulated. I mean, right now, they're spread out. They have no way of affecting Carr. They're getting no pressure on him. They're not doing the least bit to affect him. Take a look at that list of high school quarterbacks in that area.
Yeah, you said the lineage is good. He steps up, Carr does, avoids the rush. Under pressure. And that's incomplete.
That was an example of the rain impacting the pass rush. You saw McCray, 56, have trouble cutting the corner as he probably would normally do on a dry field. Watch him come off the edge. He can't really plant and come in there. Slides away.
That ends 5 straight completions by Carr. Hands this one off to Downing. Downing moves the pile to midfield. Jaden Keller was the first to meet him. Under 6 minutes left in the quarter.
Remember, the game has changed. Most coaches, once they cross midfield, think 4 downs. So the message has probably already gone to Graham Harrell. Hey, you got 2 plays here to pick up the first down.
It looks like the officials down here on the field talking to some of the operational people here at the stadium. And it looks like the rain has subsided here. It was raining really hard. But I would assume they're probably getting a weather check.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Purdue can't like that. They were in rhythm.
We Lawson have been opened as shelters, or you may return to your car.
So there's the announcement. Again, severe weather is in the area, and they are asking the teams and the fans to leave the field and the fans to take cover here at the stadium.
You want to watch another game while we wait? Maybe we'll watch another game?
Looks like we're going to have some time on our
hands. I think so, yeah.
And you're right. From a Purdue standpoint, you got to probably look at this and say, man, we were rolling well. Maybe for Virginia Tech, it gives you the opportunity to make some adjustments.
Yeah, Purdue was doing everything they wanted. They wanted to get Card comfortable. They wanted to find some kind of a rushing attack. They had that going. And then they wanted to get their defense squared away to where they could make some stops and feel better about themselves after how poorly they played last week. And they got that going. So all that rhythm is now on hold for Purdue.
Finally, clear skies here in Blacksburg, Virginia Lane Stadium, and we're going to resume football as we have an ACC Big Ten Challenge, and the Purdue Boilermakers up 7-0 on the Virginia Tech Hokies. This is what happened. 12:48 in the afternoon. Well, the rain and the severe weather hit this area of Blacksburg with Purdue up, and the officials discussed it. They said, hey, look, fans, take cover. The teams left the field, and then all of a sudden the skies opened up, and it started to pour. In fact, they tell me 2.77 inches of rain fell in just 2 hours. But after a 5-hour and 27-minute weather delay, it's time for football once again. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, Rod Gilmore. Got Lauren Sisler with us as well. I got to ask you, in all of your years as a broadcaster and even as a player, have you ever experienced a weather delay this extensive?
Come on, man. This is uncharted territory. We've not seen anything like this. There's not a coach or a player affiliated with this game who's been through anything like this. You know, back in the day, you had two-a-day practices. These guys have no idea about two-a-day practices. Those are gone. They're starting from scratch all over again today. It's a wild situation. We'll see if anybody has an advantage, but this is just crazy different.
We did get in 10 minutes of play in that first quarter, and in their first drive for Purdue, it was surgical, Rod. They went right down the field, 9 plays, 75 yards.
Yeah, Purdue was on fire. They came out fast and furious. They put the ball in the hands of Hudson Card. The quick passing game of the air raid was on target. He was magnificent, and then he mixed in a little bit of running with his running back, Mockobee, getting the first and only touchdown of the game. 17 offensive plays for Purdue to start the game. They only had 65 last week. You look at the numbers, they actually were great on third down. They were not good last week, but they converted 3 of 3. Hudson Card, you see his numbers, 8 of 11. I got to tell you, this was vintage air raid offense by Purdue. Couldn't have had a better start.
Down to the field, and for more, here's Lauren Sisler.
Guys, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot that went into this decision to play this football game. The fans are back. You can hear Inner Sandman playing right now. It's a wild scene right now. But look, the rain coming down, and really both teams had a decision to make. But first and foremost, it was all about safety. Safety with the fans in the stands as well as the players out here on the field. And then once they decided and committed they wanted to play this football game, it all came down to logistics and travel, especially for Purdue. And it came down to, could they get out of here? Well, the pilots, the crew, everybody said as long as they could get out of here by 4 a.m., they were good to go. But really, they had to sit in the locker room. They had to be fed. They had the dietitians working with them, making sure that they were eating, they were staying loose, and committed to playing this football game. But there was never any doubt in their mind after talking to Tiffany Grimes, the personnel development leader there, that this game would not be played.
Well, here's 3rd and 7 for Purdue. And there's a whistle before that play. And we're going to have a flag. This is basically the second offensive possession for the Purdue Boilermakers.
There was no play before the snap. False start. Offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
You know,
that's on Muhammad Musa. This drive started on their own 4-yard line.
yeah, quite impressive. You know, because there was the option not to play the game. Both teams had an open date, a bye date, same date, but chose not to take advantage of that instead they wanted to get this game played today.
So now 3rd and 12 for Purdue. From their own 46, Card. Under pressure and sacked. Alan Tisdale gets the sack for the Hokies.
Coverage sack. The back end of the Virginia Tech defense plastered all over receivers downfield. Nowhere for Card to go for the ball. Everything is covered. Look right in the middle of your screen. Everything is bottled up. And that gave enough time for the pressure from Tisdale to get there.
So Purdue will be punting things away. That means Jack Ansell. And back deep is Jalen Lane. Calls for the fair catch and makes it at his own 25. 39-yard punt. And once again, here comes the Hokies in Grant Wells. Wells so far 1 of 2 on the day. 21 yards. Bajal Tootin with him in the backfield. Keep in mind, Ali Jennings left this game in the first quarter when he got rolled up on his ankle. Had to be helped off the field. Wells keeps it over the left side. Nick Scorton makes the stop.
And the Ollie Jennings injury is a big loss for Virginia Tech because that is the strength of this offense. Their wide receiver group, and they have a good matchup with this defense because of those receivers. Losing him really hurts.
Go 4 wide here. Quickly, the slant, the Gosnell, Stephen Gosnell drags the defender across the 35 and finally pulled down at the 39-yard line.
Fresno State ate up this defense last week with slants. They were facing man coverage a lot with inside technique, and they beat it. And so Virginia Tech is following that script.
And one of the things they're going is with some tempo as Jalen Lane got that forward pass. Sanusi Kane makes the stop for the Purdue Boilermakers.
So this is a unique defense. Not a lot of colleges play this style of defense. Virginia Tech staff says they had to, they compare it to what they see in the NFL. And you see, look at that bottom, shallow right. Those are slant routes.
Wells to the outside, and it's caught by Daquan Wright.
Because they play so much man-to-man, the slant route is available if you can beat your defensive back inside. He's laying inside, but he gets no help from the free safety because the safety plays so deep.
Fumble the football! And the Hokies get it back. Sanusi Kane make the hit. Bajal Tootin. And thank goodness Stephen Gosnell was there to recover it. It's a loss of 5.
And that is another good defensive stop for Purdue. They struggled on 3rd down. Just nothing inside, and a good hit. That ball comes right out. This has not been a good start for VaTech, but how about Ryan Walters there?
Peter Moore punt things away. Marquise Wilson back. Makes the catch at his own 17. Down the sideline. Across the 30. Brought down at the 32. 39-yard punt, 14-yard return. Purdue football when we come back. 37-year-old Ryan Walters, first season as head coach there at Purdue, replacing Jeff Brom. And I'll tell you what, he is a guy that connects with his players. Had the #1 defense at Illinois. Here's Card, takes it over the left side. A pickup of 3.
Walters is a rising star, considered a defensive guru. Was actually kind of a long shot to get the head coaching job at Purdue, but really impressed the committee. And that's the benefit of having a search. You just never know what star you might find.
Former defensive coordinator at Illinois, at Missouri, played football at Colorado. 2nd down, Card. Flush from the pocket. Down the sideline, he throws it to Downing, and Downing has a 1st down, and he's close to midfield.
Yeah, Card is having to move around a bit too much. He's being chased out of the pocket.
Got a slight limp, too.
Slight limp. And remember, they don't have a lot of experience behind him. You want to keep him healthy and in the ball game. But this is an offensive line that's going to struggle to protect him. Pretty young.
1st and 10 from their own 49. Downing again across midfield. Urel Pollard makes the stop.
I think you might be a little hesitant to run Card as much as you might otherwise want. given the little limp and given that you don't have an experienced backup behind him.
Downey will check out. Mockobee will check in for the Boilermakers. Under a minute left in the quarter. Carr. Complete. That's Abdur Raham Yassin.
Everything is the quick game. Get the ball out fast. Left side of that offensive line, you got a couple of redshirt freshmen over there. Inexperience in the middle. Most experienced offensive lineman is their right tackle, Bow.
And once again, they're in Virginia Tech territory. Card now 10 of 13. He's connected with 7 different receivers. And he's going downfield. He had the tight end and he overthrew him. Had Max Clare, who's already have a couple of catches here today.
Yeah, got the matchup he wanted against Lawson. A little nod to the outside and then got behind Lawson. Just a little bit too much on him. Wee bit much. I'm feeling 4 down territory.
4 wide for Purdue. Mockobee up the middle. Spins. Puts his head down. Still driving. And he's close to another first down for Purdue.
Good decision by offensive coordinator Graham Harrell. Running the counter. Knew he had plenty of time to go to a 4th call if he needed. Picks up the first down.
Well, we finally played one here in Blacksburg. Only took us about 6.5 hours.
Who knew?
7-0 Purdue. 1st and 10. Mockobee. Gobbled up by the Hokies. And that's a loss of 2. Antoine Powell Ryland, APR, makes the stop. Speaking of Hudson Card, you remember when he took on Alabama and he was a Longhorn? This was last year. Remember Clinton Ewers had got knocked out with that shoulder injury, and Hudson Card came in and balled. Went 14 of 22, threw for $158 in that game and had Alabama on the ropes. Card going through his progressions over the middle. It's complete to T.J. Sheffield, who took a licking. Mansour Delane.
That was the most protection Card has had all game, and he used it to his benefit, coming all the way back to his right to find his last in the progression. Patience there. This is 2 down territory if you want. You don't want to settle for a field goal.
3rd down. 7 for Purdue. They're 3 of 4 so far on 3rd down. Card swings it out to the tight end, and he's tripped up.
What a play.
Keontae Jenkins
What a
makes the
play.
stop.
See how he fought through that block and still made the tackle? Outstanding. And now you got Purdue looking at a 43-yard field goal instead of a 4th down attempt. That's a heck of a job. Shoestring tackle by Jenkins.
Ben Freehill will come in to kick it off. Kick. Redshirt junior out of Illinois. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. And Purdue extends their lead to 10-0 here in the 2nd quarter. Tootin. Or correction, that's Thomas. Across the 20. And so far for this Hokies offense, first offensive possession, 4 plays, a punt. Next offensive possession, 5 plays and a punt. So here comes Grant Wells and the Hokies offense. Keep in mind now, Virginia Tech will play 2 quarterbacks now. At some point, we'll probably see Kyron Drones as well.
There's been no change in the momentum or play so far because of the 5.5-hour delay. It's been all Purdue in rhythm.
Here's Wells looking left and throws a pick. Picked off by Cam Allen. Allen who came in for ninth, tied for ninth in program history with 10 career interceptions. He gets number 11, and you want to talk about a hometown hero. He's about, what, from an hour away from here is where he grew up.
Had to get a bunch of tickets, was pretty excited, was leading the team to his hometown saying, we're going to ball out at my place. He's just laying inside in man coverage, and Wells didn't see him. Wells has been assuming the slant would be there, as it has been all day, and he just throws it inside. The defensive back is laying inside. He just never read it and threw it right to him.
What an opportunity for Purdue. Tyrone Tracy Jr. in the backfield. Here's Carr, spins out, throws, incomplete.
You go back to that play, Wells is guessing and not seeing and reading what's going on. Now, he knows or should know this defense plays laying inside. You cannot assume that your guy's going to beat inside and get that slant. He made an assumption without actually looking.
Second down and 10. From the Virginia Tech 21.
Can Virginia Tech get any pressure on Carr?
Sheffield in motion. Tracy gets the carry. Tracy, big hole. Tracy, touchdown, Purdue. T-Square goes 21 yards to the house, and the Boilermakers turn a pick into 6.
Purdue has been searching for its rushing attack. Didn't have it last week. This week they've been trying to find a way. They've used the counter. This is just the outside zone, well blocked to the outside, and a tremendous cut back inside by Tracy. Tracy, the man who went 98 yards with a kickoff return last week.
He was a guy that was a wide receiver for Purdue, switched to running back just this season. Freehill, the extra point is good. Second quarter, 17-0 our score. Purdue on top of Virginia Tech. Let's take a look at that touchdown run.
Yeah, this really starts out. There's nobody home in the middle, no free safety. They run the zone. Look at this tremendous block on the edge, opening up a huge lane. And then what? When you got nothing in front of you, watch Preston Nichols 52. Go find some work. He finds a little bit of work, and you know Davis ain't getting caught from behind.
Well, the crazy thing is you began the broadcast talking about how Purdue needed to find their running game.
Yeah.
So far, they've had touchdown runs of 15 and 21 yards.
They have found the outside zone and the counter, both working for them.
This is Tootin. Coming across field. Breaks a tackle. Tootin down the sideline and forced out of bounds across the 30.
Partner, we began the broadcast 6+ hours ago talking about questions about Purdue, how good Purdue is or could be. Won the Big Ten West last year, expected to be good this season. Got upset trying to bring back yesterday the Frank Beamer days, and unsure just how good this VaTech team might be.
Wells starts from the pistol. Malachi Thomas. Give him a pickup of 2 right up the middle. Jeffrey Mba with the stop.
I am always marveling when I look out there and I see their free safety. Thieneman, 20 yards deep. Nothing gets by him. He's so far back there as the Purdue free safety. Take a look at that.
Here's Wells. In the flat, Benji Gosnell.
They play Thieneman so deep so that he has range. Nothing is too far for him. He can come up. He should be able to get the balls to sideline, and the middle of the field is closed because he plays that deep.
Third down for the Hokies. Call it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, good luck running inside. This is a big front.
Wells, plenty of time. And that may be a yard short. Benji Gosnell again. Markevius Brown took his legs out. And it is a yard short. And the Hokies will have to punt.
That's a little bit of the intimidation factor of this defense. You don't want to try and run inside when you've got Nichols at 300 pounds, Rivard at 335, and Langham at 310. Those are the three guys playing inside. Rivard at 335 over your center makes it hard.
Andrew Sawinski calls for the fair catch and makes it at his own 10. Hey, make sure you kick off your Week 1 NFL Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. NFL Countdown crew on ESPN and the app. Hey, John McEnroe, he's going to sit down with Aaron Rodgers to talk about playing in the big stage in New York. And they've also got a revealing all-access look at the Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel. He opens up really for the first time about his alcohol problems that almost cost him his NFL dreams. We got those stories and early breaking news, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. Here's Card and the Boilermakers. Give it to Mockobee. And he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Carter, let me go back to the decision to play this game, because a lot of folks would wonder why play it after 5.5 hours. You heard Lauren talk earlier about the decision to make. There's one group that wasn't represented in the negotiations about whether to play. That's the players. At some point in time, a couple years or so, we will see players have a seat at the table about decisions like that.
Mockobee again. Caleb Woodson makes the stop for Virginia Tech.
Just to keep in mind that Purdue they're in school. They started classes in August. With this delay, these players will get home at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And remember, they have not been through this before, this kind of delay. So at some point, there will be a group that represents players to talk about these things.
3rd and 6. Their big play guys, Deion Burks, he's at the bottom of your screen. But pressure forces Card to keep it. And he is definitely shy of a first down. Maybe 2 yards. Kelly Lawson makes the stop, and Purdue will have to punt it away.
Makes me nervous, man, when he takes off with that ball. I mean, given that limp we saw earlier, you know, you want to keep him healthy. This is a design quarterback draw. The fewer hits he gets, the better. But, man, clearly this offense revolves around Card. He's got a chance to have a really special season.
Tucker Holloway and Jalen Lane back deep for the Hokies. Jack Ansel will punt it away. Squibb kicks it, and these guys let it go. Takes a good Purdue bounce. That turns into a 50-yard punt. Down to the field, and Lauren.
Yes. Yeah, guys, such an unfortunate injury for him. And watching him on the field, you could just see his emotions. He was very disappointed. He was in a lot of pain. They were working on that left ankle, kind of that high ankle area, and he seemed to be grimacing in pain. And they took him in the back. I think they did some x-rays and carted him off the field. No real update on the significance of the injury, but I did run into his brother on the field during the rain delay, and he said, you know, he's going to be all right. So there was a lot of optimism, and I think that's just the kind of kid he is. So hopefully he'll be able to make a pretty quick comeback and make it back on the field sometime this season.
Tootin got the carry bottled up by the Boilermakers now before he ran for 14 yards. By the way, that previous carry by Tootin, first rushing first down for the Hokies today.
More pressure on 83 Lane to make plays.
And Wells open is Gosnell. Gosnell dropped at the 35, but it's a first down for Virginia Tech, 20-yard pickup.
Jalen Lane, 83, cleared out. Defense went with him. Gosnell came in behind.
He's the transfer from North Carolina. Slant and is thrown behind Daquan Felton.
You know why? Because he threw that pick. He was slower to deliver that slant forward behind because he knows the corners are laying inside. Here is that last play we talked about with Jalen Lane. So much attention. Look, two guys go with them. That opens up that curl for Gosnell. Purdue will keep a close eye on Lane.
Lane going in motion. Thomas over the right side. Brought down at the 30. O.C. Brothers makes the stop, but 6-yard pickup for the Hokies.
Smart. This defense dares you to run to the perimeter. They refuse by alignment to let you run inside. If you want to run, they say go ahead outside, but not inside. You're not going in that A gap, B gap. You're not going between the center and the guard. You're not going between the guard and the tackle. We will align and take that away.
3rd and 4. They've yet to convert a 3rd down, and they still haven't. O.C. Brothers says not having it.
Got to go, right?
Got to.
You got to get some momentum. You got to have something. Now watch. There is number 8, O.C. Brothers. He is protected at almost all times because of that front. He is free to run to the ball. If you can't get a hat on him, he's going to make every tackle.
And Coach Pry from Virginia Tech is definitely going to go for it here. So 4th and 4. Put Lane in the slot, and they still a real route to Tootin. Down the sideline. Leans for the end zone and scores. Fourth and 6. And Bajal Tootin slides out on a wheel route, goes 30 yards and scores.
Great call by Tyler Bowen, the offensive coordinator. It's the exact same play Fresno State ran last week to get the matchup against a linebacker and also get a big play.
First touchdown of the season for Tootin.
That is very smart. Check and see if Purdue has fixed that problem from last week, and they have not on that play.
John Love with the extra point. And we got a football game here in Blacksburg. Kyle Lowe will kick things away. Tyrone Tracy back deep. And it's a touchback.
Because it is a game of matchups. Watch here. You have Tootin out at the wide receiver spot on a linebacker. Brothers, that's man-to-man coverage when he goes in motion. No way that matchup is ever going to work. That is part of the problems with an aggressive defense like this. You put a linebacker on a running back in space, you're going to get bit. And they got bit big time with that. That's a great call by VaTech to empty it out and exploit that.
Well, here's Hudson Card. Deion Burks in motion. He goes his way. That was knocked away. Good defensive play. Jalen Jones was right with him.
Cannot play that any better than that.
Just the second target to Deion Burks, who's their big play explosive receiver.
You talk about a defensive back driving on a ball in great position. Watch him settle down and come right back. That is excellent defensive back play.
2 running backs with Card. They go to the receiver screen, and Abdul Rahman Yassin breaks the tackle and turns a loss into a gain of 5.
And if you are VaTech, you need some help off the edge. APR, Antoine Powell-Ryland, 52, is the guy you need to free up on the edge on this 3rd down. You got to get him to put a little pressure on Card. Card has been very comfortable lately. That's the man that you need off the edge to help you out.
Purdue has been 50% so far on 3rd down. 3 of 6. Card to the outside. That's going to be about a yard short. Max Clare made the catch, but Kelly Lawson made him pay for it.
Wow. Now, you know, the book says this 4th and 1, you go for it. And every coach has the book, but not every coach adheres to the book. As you see this really, really good tackle by Lawson. A lot of coaches don't like to go for it deep in their own territory. Hey, Walters is.
2 backs. Tracy, Downing, Card, keeping it. Designed run, and I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it. He ran into a wall of Hokies.
He did not get there. See, what the book doesn't tell you is who you got to block. Look at the effort on that left side, just crushing it back into the backfield and then delaying the cornerback getting in to make the play. That is a turnover. You have set up a team inside your own 34, your own 35-yard line with a little bit of momentum now.
Maybe this is the turning point that Virginia Tech needs. They get the football, 1st and 10 at the Purdue 34. And it's Wells looking left. Dumps it off to Tootin. To the 20. And dropped at the 19. Dylan Finneman makes the stop, but a 15-yard pickup for the Hokies.
Again, this airstrike defense plays man coverage about 70% of the time. If you don't get the quarterback on the ground in a hurry, you are putting a lot of pressure on your secondary.
Under 4 minutes until the half.
And this defense has a code, and the code is to hit the quarterback, to affect the quarterback. They haven't hit Wells a lot yet today.
Keep in mind, Virginia Tech won the toss, opted to defer. They'll get it at the beginning of the second half as we have laundry all over the field.
Ball start. Offense. Number 82. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Benji Gosnell.
Keep in mind that Nick Gallo, their star tight end, is out for the season with the knee injury, and so a little bit less experience at the tight end spot for VaTech, Virginia Tech.
Both teams with a couple of penalties. 1st and 15.
They spread them out to identify the man coverage if it's there. It is.
Wells trying to set up the screen, and Purdue snuffed that out.
Virginia Tech is sending a man in motion so that they can quickly identify if there is man coverage. And because the free safety plays so deep, you know that if you can get inside, you've got a slant or a crossing route available.
And for the viewers who are watching, when that man goes in motion, if that defender runs with him, you know you got man coverage.
Exactly.
Here's Wells. Stepping up, throwing, tooting, too hot.
Too hard.
Too hot.
Too hard, too high. Pumped up there. Juiced up. Take a little bit off that, he's got to throw.
Another 3rd down coming for Virginia Tech, who again have yet to convert on 3rd down.
And if I am Purdue on the back end, I switch it up. I disguise and show a little man, but come out of that and play a little zone behind it here.
That was Kevin Kane, the defensive coordinator for Purdue. Pressure coming, throwing to the outside, and incomplete.
That is a really good stop for Purdue in a sudden change situation. You got man coverage on the outside. Everybody's plastered to their guy. No chance with the ball that's underthrown. And this is the right decision. When there is a turnover, you want it to hurt for the other team. You've got to get points.
Here's Love, redshirt freshman out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. This is from 41 yards out. And it's good.
You know, if I'm Ryan Walters, I go to my defense and I go, thank you guys. That was on me. I put you in a bad spot and you held them to 3. My bad, okay? Let's go play some more.
17-10 now the score. Under 3 minutes until the half. And keep in mind, Virginia Tech will get the football to begin the second half. They won the opening coin toss, opted to defer. Well, all season long, the student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más student section of the year. You can download the Taco Bell app to learn more.
You know, because you have to be aware of momentum in a game. Purdue had control of this game. And then a touchdown by Virginia Tech got them going, got the crowd in it. And in the midst of that, they missed a 4th and 1 in their own territory, which was a turnover. Now momentum has swung the other way. And now Purdue has to find a way to get it back before the end of the half.
Tracy back deep. Kyle Lowe will kick things away. And it's another touchback. So far, Hudson Card, 14 of 20 for 128 yards. He's been sacked once, no turnovers.
You know, when he started the day, he figured he'd play this game, and then he'd get a chance to watch his old teammates, Texas, because he quarterbacked Texas against Alabama last year.
The give to Mockobee. Mockobee pulled down by Keyshawn Burgos. That's a loss of 4. So far, Purdue in their last 2 offensive series resulted in a punt, and then they turned it over on downs.
Simulated pressure. Who's coming?
Card under pressure, hit as he throws. And that is complete to Max Clare.
He took a big hit up high. A little delayed blitz. Got a hit on Card.
There's Graham Harrell, offensive coordinator for Purdue.
Does Virginia Tech simulate pressure again, or do they bring it?
3 of 7 on 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Card. Flushed and brought down. C.J. McCray.
You can see and feel the heat being turned up on that pocket. Again, this is a young offensive line, particularly the left side. They get matchups over there. Watch that left side kind of crumble as you see the pressure come through. And then working his way back, APR.
Virginia Tech's going to call a timeout. Minute 27 until the half. And, hey, Tech is in some good position here. Again, they get the ball to begin the second half, and they're looking at this like, hey, you know what? We got a couple of timeouts. Maybe we can get another 3 or 7 on the board.
Momentum is a fickle thing, man. You know, Purdue had control of this game before the weather delay. After the weather delay, they were in complete control. And then that short period of time where they gave up the touchdown and then missed a 4th and 1 in their own territory changed everything.
Hey, don't forget, the 54th season of Monday Night Football kicks off. Bills squaring off against the Jets, 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. And Peyton and Eli, they're back for their 3rd season on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. And coverage begins with Scott Van Pelt as well. Boilermakers punt that one away. This is Jalen Lane, and he is smothered at his own 29. Let's take a look here at Grant Wells.
Yeah, he has been on fire. Missed a couple throws, but by and large has stayed alive and managed to avoid the pressure in the pocket and has been perfect when he recognizes the man-to-man coverage and getting the ball to the right guy.
Got a minute 19, 2 timeouts. Lane in motion. Wells looks his way. Makes a move, across the 40. And there's a flag, though, in the backfield. Let's see what the call is. Riley Johnson is our referee.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 0. 15-yard penalty will be added on to the end of the run and an automatic first down.
That's on Jeffrey Emba, the transfer out of Auburn.
And we've talked about the code of this defense is to affect, impact, and hit the quarterback. You don't want to do it late, though. Watch 0, Emba at the top. That is a full 3 steps too late.
And so now you add 15 to that 18-yard pitch and catch.
The previous play is under further review.
And so now they'll take another look at it. And you had talked about a number of targeting calls from last week.
Yeah, spent some time this week texting with Steve Shaw, the coordinator of officials, and he noted that targeting calls are up the first couple of weeks of the season, but that is normal, typical of the last 3 years. And a lot of it has to deal with really players not training for these types of tackles preseasons. You see the free safety, Thieneman, lowering his head and leading with the crown. And there's a lot of that early season. And we talked to Brent Pry about that. He said, yeah, you know, you get the attention of players when you have a game or two because you don't coach it as much during the preseason. So we expect the targeting to go down over the next couple of weeks.
They had 2 of them talking about Virginia Tech just last weekend as well.
Yeah, this is not a defenseless runner. This is leading with the crown of the helmet. And so you need to lead with the crown. You need an indicator, lowering the head, and you need forcible contact anywhere on the body. It doesn't have to be the head. So I think this is going to be a targeting call, and they're going to lose Thieneman. Boy, a big loss, you know, the rest of the game. This guy had 10 tackles last week and a pick.
He was the Big Ten Freshman of the Week.
After further review, there was no foul for targeting.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Really?
Didn't think so.
Wow, I'm surprised. He clearly was not a defenseless player, but I thought they were going to get him with leading with the crown. Well, good for him. Good that he gets to stay in.
Nonetheless, it is still first down. 1st and 10. Virginia Tech has it at the Boilermakers 37. Here's Wells, looks right, throws, and that's complete to Lane. It's another first down for Virginia Tech. Cam Allen forces him out of bounds, but it's a 13-yard pickup for the Hokies.
And we talked about Lane having to be the key guy with Jennings out. And he is so tough to cover because of his change of direction. Man-to-man coverage is really difficult with him.
Lane in the slot. Top of your screen. Wells flushed and sacked. Isaiah Nichols.
Yeah, they brought a little twist and some pressure. Nichols came through free. Brothers was also coming up inside. You see they brought 6 that time. Not enough protection, not enough time for Wells to recognize it.
Of this half.
Virginia Tech could call a timeout. They're looking now at 2nd and 17.
As a quarterback, you have to know the closer you get to the goal line, the more the pressure gets dialed up. You have to expect 6-man pressure and identify it and be ready to get rid of the football.
Here's Brent Pry. Now in his second season as head coach. Former defensive coordinator at Penn State, where he spent 5 seasons. Back here in Blacksburg. Keep in mind, he was the defensive grad assistant under Frank Beamer from 95 to 97, so he knows and loves this area.
Is not afraid to embrace Beamer ball. Thinks that's what's needed here, being connected to the community.
Malachi Thomas is checked into the backfield. Wells got a lot of room to run. Gets back those penalty yards.
Hey, because just the closure on that targeting call, the replay officials felt like the crown of the helmet was not involved on that hit, which is why they did not call targeting. You know, there's a 6-inch crown. They felt like it got the lower part. So, good call there.
3rd and 11. Again, Hokies have not converted a 3rd down yet. Wells looking left, got a man wide open on the slant. Daquan right. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 5. Clock continues to tick. Thieneman saved a touchdown.
Clock shouldn't be an issue. They've got a timeout. They don't have to rush.
Wells rolls, throws to the end zone. He was looking at Stephen Gosnell.
You see some of the same issues in the secondary for Purdue as we saw last week against Fresno State. This is just Cam Allen guessing, looking outside on his man who runs back inside on him. He's thinking outside when he runs inside on him. Daquan right.
24 seconds left in the half. Wells looks to Tootin and just throws it away.
Pass intended for Rachel Tootin, high out of bounds.
3rd and goal coming.
If you're Wells, you have to expect you got to get a fair amount of heat right off the bat. Can you get your matchup?
Let's see if he can go to Felton, number 9. They throw it to Tootin. He was under pressure, and another flag. Kadron Jenkins applied the pressure. And let's see if they're going to call another defensive penalty on Purdue.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal line. Automatic first down.
That is a huge call. It keeps the drive alive and gives VaTech another shot. Now, this may be just a low hit on the quarterback. Free safety, Thieneman. Yeah, diving at the lower legs.
First and goal now.
You got time for a couple plays.
Wells to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown. Jalen Lane. Partner, you said momentum is something. And it's the Hokies with all of it right now.
You put your left foot in. Shake it all about. You didn't do the hokey pokey in the last break, did you? That's because little baby didn't do the hokey pokey, huh?
Love with the extra point. And just like that, we're tied up at 17.
I want you to see Jalen Lane and his change of direction on what is a beautiful route. We have seen Virginia Tech worked the slant routes all day. He gives a nod to the slant inside and is out to the corner. Pitter-pat, pitter-pat. No chance at all for Markevius Brown, who's their best cover guy, to get on him. Talk about change of direction. Wow.
Keep in mind, we talked about this when you talked about momentum. Remember when Purdue, who had all the momentum, went forward on 4th down in their own territory. Since that time, Virginia Tech has scored 10 points.
That's been the biggest call of the game so far. 4th down inside your own 35-yard line with a 10-point lead. And they go for it and lose it. Ran the quarterback, didn't get close. Not a big fullback, but ran the quarterback, didn't get it, gave the momentum. Virginia Tech now has seized control of the game for the last 6-7 minutes.
And gets the football to begin the second half.
Indeed.
Lowe will kick things away. Tracy, Downing, back deep for the Boilermakers. Let's see if Purdue just sits on it and regroups.
Oh, that would be my advice here. Keep in mind the aggressive nature of the defense. Not that it's anything wrong. I like that style, but they have to be smarter about the quarterback. 2 big penalties, 2 big hits on the quarterback has cost Purdue in this first half.
And we will only have a 10-minute halftime because of the extensive weather delay that we had here. Here's Mockobee. That's the last play of the first half.
This was complimentary football. He said we were finally able to do something with those defensive stops. They were able to start moving the football well on offense through the air, but also able to get the run game going. It was important and key for them to get Tootin going, and that was a big thing for them this entire week. They harped on it all week. We've got to be more productive in the run game.
Well, Tootin gets the carry again, and to that end, Lauren, you know, before the rain, Purdue had racked up 122 yards of total offense. Virginia Tech had just 18. After the weather delay, Purdue racked up 79 yards of offense. Virginia Tech, 161. Here's Wells. Over the middle. And picked off by Thieneman, the freshman. He got a pick last week, gets another one this week.
Is an interception. First down, Purdue.
And Purdue comes out with a little bit of a twist to their defense. We saw a bunch of man coverage in the first half. They tweaked this, and look what it's a zone coverage, ball thrown behind, and Thieneman is there for his 2nd pick of the season, playing that center field spot, just waiting. A beautiful disguise, and a ricochet could change momentum.
And I think Thieneman's saying, well, that's why I'm 20 yards deep, because I am just sitting back and laying in the cut. And he comes up with an interception. Mockobee gets the carry. Mockobee cuts it back, spins, and finally brought down inside the 35-yard line. 6-yard pickup, Jalen Jones. He's a young man who moved from receiver last season, now in the defensive secondary for Virginia Tech. Mockobee with 39 yards rushing, and boy, APR just blew that play up.
Yeah. Hey, because let's go back to that interception for a second. I want you to see the adjustment Purdue made coming out in the 3rd quarter. Watch 21 in the middle of your screen. Not man coverage. He is up near the line of scrimmage. He flies back to play a deep pass, and that allows Thieneman, the other safety, to play the zone. Totally unexpected for Grant Wells, and the ricochet, the pick, momentum change.
3rd down. Card throwing high, incomplete.
Missed him.
Had TJ Sheffield, overshot it.
Missed him.
You know, Purdue started this game 3 of 3 on third down. Since then, have gone 0 for 6.
Yeah, and they're going for it here, are they? No, they're gonna kick. They're gonna punt. But he had Sheffield completely open, and I keep wondering, where is Deion Burks? They have not found him. And look at this, wide open, little excited, ball too high, didn't get off a good throw.
And so we'll punt things away.
But you hear me about Burks?
Oh, yeah, Tucker Holloway's back deep. Burks only 2 targets, no catches so far. He is their big play guy. Tracy tried to down that one. Let's see if did they slap that in? They did. They downed it there at the 1.
Hey, partner. You know, the book would have said that they should have gone for it on that 4th down. And our score panel lit up green with that 4th down saying, that's a risk you should take. But Purdue didn't take it there.
Let's see here where the ball, there it is. It does touch the goal line, so it'll be a touchback. Third quarter. We played a couple of minutes, tied up at 17. Wells throwing high to Daquan Wright.
And Wells has to recognize that he's getting zone coverage now. They were hurting Purdue so much with the slants and the outs and the man coverage. The third quarter adjustment has been more zone coverage. He has to recognize that and not throw it the same way.
Virginia Tech will go with 4 wides. Here's Grant Wells throwing he's got a man down the seam.
Yeah.
Dawan Lofton, and incomplete.
Discombobulated. That's man coverage. All you got to do is put that ball up and let his man go run get it. You know, and he's a little too pumped up when he sees that, and he didn't give it enough air. Now this is man coverage. There's your guy. Let him go get it. Throw that ball to the sideline, give it air, and you got a big play.
3rd and 10. Virginia Tech 1 of 6 on third down. And across is Daquan Wright. Right across midfield.
And Wells comes right back. That is a great throw against man coverage. You got a crossing route. Put it in front of his guy. Let him run with the ball after the catch. It's a simple crossing route. It always beats man coverage. Hard to stay up with that across the field.
22-yard pickup. Here's Tootin to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, we talked about this Purdue defense having a code, and its code being hit the quarterback. They'd hit Wells 6 times already. Defense has to have a code. Man has to have a code, right? Omar, the wire.
2nd and 9. Wells throwing and throws it away.
Wells tosses it out of bounds.
You know how a team takes on the personality of its coach?
Absolutely.
Ryan Walters, defensive guru, whiz. He believes in being aggressive, and you know he fits right in with that team.
Here's the offensive coordinator, Tyler Bowen, in the beard.
Yep.
Man without the glasses.
He has settled his team.
Coached the tight ends last season. 3rd and 9. Under pressure and sacked. Kadron Jenkins had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, had a sack last week.
That is what this defense is designed to do. These edge guys, Jenkins and Scorton on the edge, they are supposed to be the pressure guys. The big 3 guys in the middle simply keep you and dare you to run. Those edge guys, they're the playmakers.
13-yard loss. TJ Sheffield back deep for Purdue, standing at his own 31. Peter Moore will kick it away and punt it away. Short punt. And Sheffield tried to fall on it. And there was a little bobble, and they get some extra pushing and shoving.
You know, all things considered, 5.5 hour delay. This game has been pretty cleanly played.
When you talk about this Purdue Boilermaker squad, they look to rebuild under their head coach Ryan Waters, who's just 37. Well, so is the staff young. I mean, the average age of this coaching staff for Purdue, 39 years old.
Yeah. They'll learn. They learned some things last week, learned some things this week.
That means the players are drinking Gatorade, the coaching staff drinking Similac. Card. And how about Jalen Stroman coming up, making the hit on Max Clare. What do you got, Lauren?
Coach Walters, you know, he said he can connect with these guys. Same music, same video games. And oh, by the way, he can put down in the weight room. You heard him last night tell us. I said, quantify that for us. He said, well, you know, I could get in there and bench 300 pounds. And he claims he's stronger than the rest of the guys. And before he was a little bit weaker than those guys.
So he does 305 times.
He's jacked.
He is. Card throwing over the middle, and that's complete.
Finally,
Deion Burks, the redshirt sophomore, makes the play. Dorian Strong with the stop.
we asked the question at the beginning of the third quarter, where is Deion Burks? Middle of your screen. Deep crossing route. Perfectly thrown ball. Plenty of time for Hudson Card.
Last 5 possessions for Purdue. No first downs. Finally, they get one. Card, play fake. Throwing over the middle and incomplete. He was looking at T.J. Sheffield, but Jalen Jones once again running right with him. And again, credit Jones because he was a receiver last season, now playing in the defensive secondary.
Yeah, and playing it well. I still like the matchup with Burks. He was strong last time, running a route down the middle. But this time, that ball was just hanging in the air a bit too long. The Burks at the top of the screen seems to be matched up solo against Strong. That is a really good matchup.
From their own 45. Card keeps it. Tripped up by APR at the 49-yard line, 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, Strong and Burks are going at it out there in their matchup. Strong is a very aggressive corner. Very aggressive, uses his hands well. And this matchup will continue. If I'm Purdue, I come back to that matchup because Burks is a really good receiver. Give him a little space, and that thing's going to be something.
That's Burks in motion. And swing it out to the back. That's Tracy. Cross midfield. And about 2 yards shy of a first down.
What do? The book says go. Our marker is all lit up green that this is a 4th and 1, 4th and 2 where you should go. But I think Purdue's been a little gun shy after that 4th and 1 changed the momentum.
So they'll punt it away. Ansel has come in. Tucker Holloway standing at it inside his 10. Fair catch caught for at the 7. 46-yard punt. Tie score here at Virginia Tech. You know, the last time Brent Pry and Kevin Watson had it, well, you go back 2 years ago. They both were defensive coordinators. Waters was at Illinois, and Pry was defense coordinator at Penn State. This game was 10-10 at the end of regulation, and it went into not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. How about 9 overtimes before Illinois finally came out on top 20 to 18. And in fact, Coach Waters told us that game got me paid.
Got me paid. I remember that game. Got me paid.
Got me paid.
Got
That's
him
when
a
everyone
bag.
started to take notice of what I was doing. Hand off to Thomas. He's got a first down.
Yeah, VaTech has to find something on the ground. 12 yards rushing total for the game right now.
Oh, they say he's a pickup of 9, a yard shy. And he'll get it again and falls forward for the first down.
Thomas again, the ball carrier. First down.
Clock running. Wells looks, throws, and he's got a man. Gosnell, he's still loose. Cuts back and brought down at the 41-yard line. 39-yard pickup.
Gosnell has really stepped up with Ali Jennings out. Made some big catches. And they'll go fast here. But again, a little zone defense, which they don't play a lot of, and you see the wide open holes.
He's out of North Carolina. Here's a slant. The Gosnell incomplete.
Pass intended for Stephen Gosnell.
Marquise Wilson in coverage.
Purdue has mixed up their coverages a lot more this half than they did the first half. They're better at man, and their zone coverage has been picked apart when they've gone to it a couple times.
Jalen Lane on the sideline for Virginia Tech. Looks like he's trying to work out something, maybe a cramp or something. Here's Wells. Looks like they're going to do the option. He keeps it. Slides down, 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really don't have a rushing attack today. That is yard number 13 for them. And that really hurts. It puts so much more pressure on the passing attack. And remember, Wells has been hit 7 times already in this ball game. And Purdue, they'll revert to their nature and dial up to get more hits on him.
3rd and 9. Wells. And brought down by Kadron Jenkins.
What a job by Jenkins. Didn't overplay it. He was the one man that Wells had to beat. But watch Jenkins, watch him play this. Watch, doesn't let the blocker get the edge on him and uses his athleticism to get by 61, the left guard Moore, to make the play.
Sawinski back deep for Purdue. And the Hokies will down it at the 5. And how about the guy coming flying down there is Cole Beck. And he's wearing number 25, which takes on significant meaning here. Virginia Tech, that's Frank Beamer's old number. And that's the person who gets that number, it's a special honor. 17 all. 1st and 10 from their own 5 is Purdue. Mockobee straight up the middle. And he falls forward at the 10. Since the first quarter, the Purdue offense has only produced 1 first down. Mockobee 41 yards on the ground. 5 minutes left in this quarter. And it's Mockobee again, bounces off of one Hokie to the outside, and he's got a first down.
What a slashing run. Player down. Can't tell who the player is.
It looks like it could be Keyshawn Burgos.
Yeah, good to see him sit up.
He's the sophomore out of Chesterfield, Virginia. And the good thing is running off on his own power.
That's good.
And the good news for Purdue is they've gotten themselves out of basically their backs against the wall in their own territory and got a little bit of breathing room and got another first down.
That's because of the mechanic, Mockobee. That tough run by him.
He's a team mechanic, loves cars. Flag over the middle. Burks is open. Burks! Oh, overshot him. But there's a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
He had him.
Personal foul. Grabbing the face mask. Offense number 54. The penalty is half position to the goal line. First down.
Quarterback can't overthrow receivers on deep balls. You only get so many chances. You can't have the long foul ball. Now, that penalty would have negated it, but still, when you have Burks out there, you got to give him a chance. Give him a chance to go get it. And this is just too much. Let him go get it. Give him a chance. Can't overthrow him.
So now, 1st and 19, Mockobee cuts it back. Gets back most of the penalty yards. Kelly Lawson with the stop.
Hard to believe that Mockobee was a walk-on. Got a scholarship right away from Walters when he was hired. A young man, we talked about him being a mechanic, has a 93 Mustang that he whips around in.
Second and 10. That's over the middle again to the tight end, Max Clare.
I'd whip around in a 93 Mustang if I had one.
Oh, absolutely. That's another first down for Purdue. You can see there he is. Even all the guys, even the coaches say, hey, I trust him with my car. The guy's always working on somebody's car. Empty set 5 wide here for the Boilermakers on first down. Card again for Burks. This time he got him. Correction, that's TJ Sheffield.
Gave him a chance. A little bit more air under the ball. Hudson Card learned from the last throw. Give your guy a chance. And this is just a slot fade, and he gave him a chance.
36-yard pickup. Pressure for Card, and he's down. Kelly Lawson was the first guy there.
Yeah, a little extra pressure, delayed blitz by Lawson. He waited for things to open up and had a clear path. Completely clear path to Hudson Card.
That's a loss of 8.
Timely call. You see him coming through, little delay blitz after the blockers had declared who they were going after. Lawson had a clear path.
Handoff, Downing. Downing over that right side. Stroman wanted the Hokies to bring him down.
Starting to think 4-down territory.
Third coming.
Inside the 40. Our numbers say if it's 4th and 5 or less, they should go. What can they pick up here?
On third down, Burks at the top of your screen. Dorian Strong in coverage. Card steps up, fakes the throw, keeps it. And he's run out of bounds inside the 35.
He had Payne, the defensive coordinator, had Payne As Chris Marvey, the defensive coordinator, had Payne as the spy trying to mirror Card. And Card did a nice job of getting away and giving them a shot at a 50-yard field goal.
This will be from 50 from Ben Freehill, the redshirt junior who just took over the kicking duties really for the first time in his career. He's a transfer from Oklahoma State. Already made one, but there's a whistle and a timeout by Purdue.
Before the snap, timeout. Called by Purdue. First of this half.
They only had 10 guys on the field.
30 seconds.
Coach Welcher says, hey, had to get that timeout.
Missing an edge guy. So you count the numbers. Where's number 8? Number 11 not out there. Yeah, I was on that team. I'm on field goal team. Forgot about that one. Max Clare, 86. Redshirt freshman.
So Freehill has already hit one field goal. Let's see if he can hit this one from 50. He's got plenty of leg, and it's to the right.
Remind me of something. How long has it been since Purdue scored?
It's been a while. What, the first quarter?
Yeah. You know, and kudos to the Virginia Tech fans. The fact that anybody came back after a 5.5-hour delay is amazing. And they've made some noise, particularly that student section behind the band.
Under a minute left. Jalen Lane appears to be injured for the Hokies, so he has not been in. Tootin gets the carry, and as soon as he got it, Nick Scorton grabbed him, brought him down. One of the captains of this team. He's just a sophomore.
Hey, take a look at those big guys in the middle. They line up in a lot of the time in what's called a bear front, where they cover the two guards in the center. It's almost impossible to run inside on those guys. 300-pounders. Can't move them easily.
Wells. Here's Gosnell. And that's a first down for Virginia Tech. And that's going to be the last play of this quarter. And we are still tied. The fourth quarter coming.
Coach, you had some momentum heading into the half. How do you reestablish some of that momentum here to get up on the board?
Yeah, I think the defense has continued their play. They've bent a little bit, but they've gotten the stops. We had a great flip in the field, coming out situation for our offense. We got to go down and score some points. You know, we're getting opportunities. We got to play a little bit better on that side.
How do you create some of those explosive plays that you're looking for?
Yeah, I think number one, Grant's got to continue to throw the ball well. We got to get Bayshaw on the perimeter. I think those things will help us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 75.
So that penalty
That will count. Second out.
on Bob Schick. He's the right guard for Virginia Tech. You know, Virginia Tech has lost 5 straight non-conference matchups against Power 5 schools. So they're trying to put an end to that streak. In fact, the last time they've beaten a non-conference Power 5, West Virginia, 2017. 2nd and 25. Wells throws, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, good disguise by Purdue defensively. They showed man coverage again and then came out of it and played zone. And you saw the throw. You saw the confusion. That ball was thrown in between 2 receivers. They are doing a good job now of getting into Wells' head. He's not seeing it clearly right now as much as he did in the first half.
That's Kevin Kane you saw, defensive coordinator at Purdue. 3rd and 25. They've got everybody back at the 40. Nothing deep. They were going to allow them to have the underneath stuff, and that falls incomplete.
You heard Brent Pry talk about Grant Wells needing to throw the ball well in his interview with Shimmy. Hey, he's got to see things a little better too. Not just throw it well. He's got to recognize when that disguise is out there.
T.J. Sheffield standing back at his own 35. Peter Moore to punt it away for Virginia Tech. Good kick. Booming kick. Backs him up to his own 15. And Sheffield gets it back to the 25. 56-yard kick. That's about a 6-yard return. Hey, this season, for every field goal, an extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund, and we say thank you, Allstate. Tied up at 17.
And right now, Kelly Lawson, number 21, is the big problem for this Purdue offense. He's been wrecking it. 10 tackles already and a sack. He's the one guy you have to identify if you're Purdue and get a body on him.
Swings that one out to Claire, the tight end. Breaks the tackle down the sideline. Claire would look like about a 5-yard pickup all of a sudden.
You think he was determined to make up for not being on that field goal team?
Oh, my God. He picks up 8.
Yeah, he comes right back out and says, I forgot about that. I'm making a good play here. Good for him.
Mockobee. First down.
Purdue spent the first half searching for a rushing attack and found that their counter zone worked them a little bit, their outside zone. They have 101 yards rushing. And that still may be the place to go.
The 2 touchdowns came on the ground. Down the sideline and short, but come back is Drew Bibber.
There's that
incomplete.
Man. There's that man.
Lawson. Hey, there's a reason why he's on Bruce Feldman's freak list. This guy's got an 82-inch wingspan. He broad jumps 11.2, has a 39-inch vertical.
Yeah, and you saw some of that on that play. Athleticism. This is a guy playing linebacker. He's 30 yards down the field making plays.
The draw to Tracy. Spins off a Hokie. And brought down at the 43 by Jalen Stroman. 5-yard pickup.
And if you're thinking 4-down territory, you got to get to 4th and 3 or less to make it go. But 3rd down has been a huge problem for them. They are 0 for 8 after starting 3 for 3.
Deion Burks at the bottom of your screen.
Matched up against Dorian Strong.
3 of 11 on 3rd down is Purdue. Stepping up. He's got a 1st down. Cross midfield. And brought down at the 45 by Keyshawn Burgos. 12-yard pickup by Card on the quarterback keep.
You need your quarterback to make 2 or 3 key 1st down runs in a game. You're going to have a shot at winning it. That was 1 for Purdue.
Mockobee. 4 tough yards.
61 plays for this offense tonight. They had 65 last week. This is a better pace for Graham Harrell, the offensive coordinator. He wants to be up around 70, 75 runs, 75 plays.
They've run it 32 times. They've thrown it 30. So they have balance so far. Stepping up and throwing it away is Card. Stroman applying that pressure to the Purdue quarterback.
I really think they need to move Deion Burks around. You know, if he's not in the slot, move him off the line of scrimmage, put him in motion, get him away from the press coverage at the line of scrimmage, give him a chance to be on the move. Right now, he's on the outside. That's too easy for Strong to get his hands on him.
3rd down and 6. Mockobee bounces it to the outside. Mockobee dragged down at the 1st down marker by Alan Tisdale.
Man, is he a hard, tough runner. A slasher. He's got one speed. It is go, 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 100 miles an hour. How quickly he attacks that hole.
Tyrone Tracy has come in to give Mockobee a breather. He's got it now. Tracy up the middle. Tracy spins. He's still on his feet. Tracy inside the 20 and brought down at the 13-yard line. 22-yard pickup for the Boilermakers.
Yeah, and give credit to the right side of that line. Jalen Grant, the right guard, and Bo, the right tackle, did a tremendous job. Watch the right side. Turn that thing inside out. A huge hole inside Tyrone Tracy. And now the running game, as we talked about a few minutes ago, has come back to life.
And for the first time, it seems like in forever, Purdue is inside the red zone. And it's Tracy again. And brought down at the 10.
Come back with the counter, which has been one of the key running plays they've used today. After searching to find something since they didn't run the ball well last week at all.
You can see what both of these squads have done on the ground. $150 for Purdue, 13 for Virginia Tech. 2nd down and 7. Mockobee is checked in. Burks at the bottom of your screen.
I still prefer him in the slot.
Here's Mockobee. He's trying to bounce it to the outside. And he's going to lose about 3 to 4. Cole Nelson out of Fort Worth, one of the first guys to grab him and wrap him up.
Just a gang of orange shirts. Hey, you know, the orange shirts, that's a different look. Personally, I love the burgundy, but I'm not mad about them going orange.
12 plays is what this drive has been so far. Now 3rd down and 11.
How aggressive will you be? You got 3 points in your back pocket. Burks is down at the bottom.
Under 9 minutes left. Card looking. Time. Swings it out. Mockobee inside the 5. He's got a 1st down. How tough is he?
Oh, man. Tough as a mechanic, right?
You ain't lying.
I mean, this guy had no business getting that much yardage. Dragged 2 would-be tacklers down to the 2-yard line. He's just an outlet receiver here. Makes a guy miss and drags a couple. You know what? Give him the ball.
He needs a blow. Yeah. Tyrone Tracy has checked in. Design run for Card. Touchdown, Purdue. His first rushing touchdown of the season. He gets in from 2 yards out.
This little quarterback sweep outside. A nice little block inside by 3. Tracy to lead his guy to the outside. Numbers worked for Purdue there.
Well, I tell you what, that drive was certainly in the cards for Purdue. 13 plays, 74 yards, 6.5 minutes. 8 minutes left in this game, 24-17 as Purdue goes 13 plays, 74 yards, went 6.5 minutes. You know, before that drive, Purdue had missed on 8 straight third down conversions. They went 3 for 3 on third down on that last drive.
Timely.
Here's Tootin from the zone end zone. Tootin across the 35 and brought down at the 36. Let's go down to the field and Lauren Sisler.
Wanted to give you guys a quick update on the receiving core. Obviously, Ollie Jennings out. Jay Lane has been grabbing his right leg. He's been on the sideline grabbing that right hamstring, working that out. He's been on the bike doing some cut drills, some bicycle kicks, but he walked over to his teammates and he pulled the gloves off and he gave them the nod and said, yep, you guys got this. Well,
their 2 top targets, Jennings and Lane, they will be without him. Down 7, under 8 minutes to play. Here's Grant Wells. Throwing to the sideline and high. Imba applying the pressure.
Well, with Jennings and Lane out, the ball has been spread around a lot more. Gosnell has really been huge for Virginia Tech tonight. And they'll need more of that in this last 7 minutes and 46 seconds.
Tootin or Malachi Thomas, and he is wrapped up, and that's a loss of a couple. Imba again.
Stopped in the backfield by number 5, Joel Taylor.
Well, this is a big down for Virginia Tech. Third down. Keep in mind, your quarterback has been hit 10 times, and Purdue has just come in with their third down pass rush specialist team. They look like they're going to play coverage, but you have to protect Wells. Simulated pressure.
Here's Wells under pressure as you talk about, is sacked. Nick Scorton, the captain. Listen, Scorton and Jenkins last weekend accounted for 11 quarterback pressures, and you can see why.
Yeah, no simulation there. Scorton, there you see bottom of the screen, number 5, kind of indicate maybe not coming. And here he is. Nice spin move, easy sack. Young man changed his name from Caraway to honor his dad. And boy, is he having a game.
Yeah, Daddy's got to love that. Zawinski back deep for Purdue at his own 40.
Third down defense for Purdue has rebounded from last week. Shutting it down today. Only 2 of 11 conversions on third down tonight after allowing 11 of 17 last week.
And so far for the second straight week, Purdue, no turnovers. Good coverage. And Cole Beck making the stop. Purdue football with 6 minutes to play when we come back. We got 6 minutes left in this football game. It's Purdue up by 7. Their defense has gotten it done. They've got 3 sacks. The result, the Hokies now with -2 yards rushing. Brian Custer with Rod Gilmore, Lauren Sisler. Here's Graham Harrell, offensive coordinator for the Boilermakers. Looking to salt the game away. Mockobee, the carry.
Ball carried by 45, Devin Mockobee.
That last drive by Purdue was a thing of beauty. They ran it when they needed to. Mockobee, tough running to get things up. Tracy picking up things, and then third down key reception to get it down to the 2 by Mockobee. And then ace of spades, Hudson Card.
Thrust out of the pocket, throws to the sideline, and Mockobee had it and dropped it. That's the only thing he's done wrong here tonight. to the field in Lawrence.
Guys, Mockobee wasn't highly recruited out of high school. He visited 20 different schools and put Purdue at the top of the list, but the only offer that came in was from Navy. 2 weeks before he was supposed to go to Maryland, Purdue hit him up on Twitter, slid on into those DMs and asked if he wanted to walk on. It was a dream come true for him. He couldn't turn it down.
3rd and 7. Cars throwing. That's complete to Abdul-Rahman Yassin. And he's in Hokies territory.
Pass complete to number 2.
Live by the blitz, die by the blitz. VaTech went after Hudson Card. Didn't hit home. And when you don't get home, you leave your back end exposed. Here you see all 6 guys coming in. They pick it up, and then a beautiful catch and run. Abdul-Rahman Yassin.
26-yard pickup.
Great pass protection by Purdue to pick up that 6-man pressure.
Card is now thrown for 248. Purdue over 400 yards of total offense. And Downey goes up the middle and brought down at the 35.
You know, because your running backs have to be good in pass protection. This is a saving block. This is Mockobee. We've watched him run. You got to pick up. Look at that. He picks up Keller. That was the free man coming on the blitz. That made that play.
They'll use some clock here. Downing. Close to another first down for Purdue. We're under 4 minutes now left in this game. Keep in mind, we said it again, Tech has lost 5 straight non-conference matchups against Power 5 squad, trying to put an end to that streak.
Big 3rd down here. Purdue certainly within field goal range. The kicker has a strong leg. If you are Virginia Tech, you want to push him back a little bit and make it a tougher decision.
Mockobee, Tracy in the backfield with Carr. Burks in motion. Carr keeps it and loses a couple.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that play. A slow developing play on a 3rd and short when you know you're going to get pressure. No surprise. Look at Virginia Tech. You know you're going to get this pressure. And you got a free man running off the edge with a slow developing play. That's Canteen, 13 the next to play. And now that field goal you had in your back pocket is gone.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. 4th and 3 from the Hokies 34. Up 7. And a flag.
Oh, wow.
Ball start. Offense. Number 63. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Marcus Bowe. And you said it. Kudos to the Hokie faithful who came and stayed after a 5.5-hour weather delay, and they're loud.
Yeah, just watch that right side. See that tweak? That's Bowe. And now you got to punt the ball. That's a huge stop for Virginia Tech. It's now still a 1-possession game.
And so will come in to punt it away. Fair caught inside the 10. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. They're going to start from their own 9, and they got a new quarterback. Kyron Drones, the redshirt sophomore out of Texas.
Wow.
The transfer from Baylor seeing his first action. And Drones throwing. Got a man. Oh, and he's open. Cross the 30. Daquan Wright with a strike from Drones.
How clutch is that? That man's been sitting on the sideline for hours, 7, 8 hours. And you put him in with 2 minutes to go?
Drones again. That one's too high for Daquan Wright.
Drones is more athletic and mobile than Grant Wells. Remember, Wells has been hit an awful lot. Don't know if anything's up with him, but there's the big catch and run by Wright. You know, how tough is this? You come in cold and deliver a strike over the middle of the field? Wow.
He's a big kid, 6'2", 234. They say he's built more like a linebacker. He can run it, but boy, they said he can execute the entire playbook. 2 minutes left in this game. Drones throwing and complete.
All right.
Tucker Holloway.
Because one question, where's he been? I mean, we were told we would see both quarterbacks tonight, but not after 58 minutes of play would you expect a guy to come in off the bench. And remember, we had a 5.5-hour delay. He hasn't had a real proper warm-up since about noon.
Under 2 minutes left. You get a first down, clock stops here under 2 minutes. And they pull the flag? No, here it comes. I was going to say, Sanusi Kane was all over Gosnell.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 21. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So starting at their own 9, now all of a sudden they're at the 45.
Yeah, you see the restriction there, wrapping up an arm. Easy call. Here's Grant Wells with his helmet. He looks fine. He's just out of the game.
Drones got to keep it. Cross midfield. Lowers his shoulder.
Oh,
Markevius Brown.
Goodness. Did you see him finish that run? He wasn't looking to slide. He was looking for Markevius Brown. 1-on-1. Number 1 on number 1. Wow.
Buck 45 left in this game. Down 7. Jones throwing and incomplete. Again, looking at Holloway.
Let's watch the finish of Drones on this run. He's not sliding. He's like, what tackler? Show me a tackler. Take this. Ooh. Ouch.
Second down and 10. From the Purdue 43. Drones throwing to the outside. Incomplete. He had Dawan Lofton, and that was one you got to put some touch and drop it.
Yeah, he was under duress. He was under a lot of duress. Well, you're absolutely right. You got to give your guy a chance. This guy's been several hours on the sideline now, trying to hang in there against a shot into his sternum.
3rd and 10. Purdue showing like some pressure's coming. Drones flushed and throws it away.
Pass intended for Thomas, incomplete.
4th down.
Key down for the game.
Yeah, this could be the game.
Yep. And Purdue defensively, what do you give them now? What do you expect them to show you? They've played a lot more zone this half. On this 4th and 10, will they pressure with more? I think they're going to show more zone here and not try to give up a big play in man coverage.
No Jennings, no Lane for Virginia Tech. And timeout by Purdue. 4th down and 10 for Virginia Tech.
You see,
minute 23 left in the game. Hokies at the Purdue 43. They've got the redshirt sophomore, Kyron Drones, in at quarterback, seeing his first action basically of the game on this drive. This could be the game. Drones throwing Down the sideline, throws it up and incomplete. He was looking at Daquan Felton.
Yeah, it's the wrong choice. There was coverage over there. The choice was Gosnell, who was running a route over the middle, had the first down marker. Now this is coverage on the outside, single man, but you got safety coming over to help as well, but not enough room. The play was Gosnell, number 12, who was open in the middle.
The Purdue defense has pitched a shutout here in the second half. Thanks to that man and their defensive coordinator, Kevin Kane.
You know, it was asking an awful lot for Kyron Drones to sit all afternoon, all evening, and then come in to the game in the last 2 minutes and to save it for Virginia Tech.
Mockobee running hard for the Boilermakers. Here's the timeout.
Devin Mockobee.
And keep in mind for Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane out of the game with an injury. Ali Jennings left in the first quarter with an injury. Daquan Wright got injured in the previous series. So their 3 top receivers out injured in this game for Virginia Tech. And then Virginia Tech again trying to put an end to that streak of losses against non-conference Power 5 squads. Last time they've gotten a victory was 2017 against West Virginia.
So the rebuild for Virginia Tech continues. The questions, the concerns still there. You know, Brent Pry, second year, second game, got a win last week, trying to bring back the shine for Virginia Tech. It's been since what, 2010?
Yeah.
Since Virginia Tech won the conference? Yeah.
Here's Mockobee, and he's loose. Mockobee finally brought down at the Hokies' 35-yard line, but not before a 20-yard pickup for Devin Mockobee, who's knocking on the door of 100 yards rushing.
He's been a tough runner and pass receiver all day. A little slashing, tough runs. And this puts Ryan Walters in position for his first win as a head coach. Makes him feel a lot better than having dropped that game at home last week to Fresno State.
And now let's take a look at this week's college football playoff rankings. They are brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Georgia continues to roll. Alabama trailing Texas 13-6.
Nobody looks better than Florida State right now after the way they wallop LSU. And if Texas hangs on there, knocks off Alabama, can you imagine what will be said next week?
And you can catch that Texas-Alabama game on ESPN. And Purdue now just a minute away.
I think at this point, Purdue is really happy with the decision to stick around and play this game tonight. There was discussion about whether the game should be played, how long they would wait. They felt like they worked too hard, put too much into it this week, and they did not want to give up a bye week later in the season. They wanted to play this game tonight.
You know, they call Purdue the cradle of quarterbacks. But when they look at the tape, all 3 of the touchdowns tonight on the ground.
Yeah. They had to get something done rushing the ball, and they did. 182 yards rushing after they could not run the ball last week. And the important part of that is it takes some pressure off Hudson Card.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the heart and soul of this offense. But he needed some help, and they provided some help for him. And how about that young man? A year ago, he was the quarterback for Texas in that Alabama-Texas game after Quinn Ewers got hurt. And now he's establish himself as the guy here, the first time in his college career that he is the quarterback.
A lot of balance for Purdue, but they got it done on the ground. Ran it 44 times, threw it 34. And you're right, Ryan Waters, he said it. There was no way, we had no thought of asking Virginia Tech to postpone this game, considering the 5-hour, 27-minute weather delay we had. He said, we worked too hard. We came here to play. We were going to play, and they did it. And they've come to Blacksburg and gotten a win. And Waters gets a dunk in his first win as head coach. And Purdue now 1-1 on the season, and so is Virginia Tech.
That was a big